Hi friends, I'm some guy. You may not know me from such never-watched videos as What Makes America So Stupid and What Makes America So Stupid, the prequel-sequel summary. But now, I've decided to give up on all of that and let go of my principles, so that I can go full-on hardcore capitalist and make a whole bunch of money. I'm here today as a poorly paid spokesperson for the fine folks at Capitalism Apparel. I'm going to say a bunch of words that are carefully designed to make you buy the fantastic new products they've created. You see, our friends at Capitalism Apparel are working hard to address the big questions of our time. Questions that I'm sure our politicians and the media will get around to any day now. Questions like, is capitalism the biggest pyramid scheme ever invented? And will capitalism ultimately destroy the world? Now, I hear some of you say, some guy, capitalism isn't the biggest pyramid scheme ever invented. That's just silly. Capitalism is a terrific system we're taught to accept and embrace. Well, of course, capitalism isn't the biggest pyramid scheme ever invented. After all, in a pyramid scheme, scam artists sitting at the top of the pyramid trick people underneath them to keep letting large amounts of money flow to the top by making the victims think that eventually they'll feel some of the benefits too. And the people at the lower ends of the pyramid buy into it because they don't realize they're being scammed. And capitalism is nothing like that. But hey, as a paid spokesperson for Capitalism Apparel, it's not my place to question their beliefs. So if you're one of the silly people crazy enough to think that capitalism is really just a massive scam, then I think you really are crazy if you're not shopping at Capitalism Apparel. But even if you're not an extreme anti-capitalist, this is still the fashion line for you. If you're a liberal who's always too afraid to criticize capitalism, let one of our shirts do it for you. Are you a liberal who feels like you're stuck voting for Democrats who constantly talk about fighting for the middle class, while ignoring all the ways that capitalism is making the middle class disappear? Then we've got some apparel for you. Maybe you're a liberal who cares about inequality, and poverty, and high unemployment, and education, and healthcare, and the environment, and all our other problems. But you're not quite ready to call yourself a socialist. You believe in small steps and trying to reform completely broken systems. I get it. Buying some of our apparel could be a good first step while you spend more time analyzing the problem. Are you a Democratic politician who's constantly afraid to speak up or ever fight for anything? Capitalism Apparel can give you a sense of empowerment. And hey, they make great stocking stuffers for your wealthy Wall Street and corporate campaign donors. Or maybe you're a conservative and you're looking for apparel that lets you put the blame on something besides minorities, immigrants, and gays. Then Capitalism Apparel can help. Are you a conservative who's tired of being called uptight all the time? Buy some of our apparel to wear as a joke and show everyone that you do have a sense of humor. But I hear you say, hey, some guy, what about me? I'm not really a liberal or a conservative. I'm not political or involved at all. That's okay. Our line of apparel can make you political without having to bother wasting a bunch of time reading, learning, or thinking. Because in this fast-paced world, who has time for that? Are you an economist who's been trying to explain to average folks that 30 years of jobs leaving the country, together with decreasing union membership, has led to heavy unemployment, lower wages, and a weakening consumer base that isn't strong enough to support a functioning economy? And that combining that with ever-increasing debt and an aging baby boomer population will ultimately cause the US to implode? Whoa! Slow down there, Einstein. Most of us fell asleep at the word economist. Why not try a shorter message that our attention spans can follow? Our apparel can help you do that. Were you foreclosed on for absolutely no reason by a giant bank? Hey, sleep comfortably in one of our awesome t-shirts, even if you can't sleep in your own house anymore. Or for all the college students buried in debt, and with expensive degrees that will get them low-paying jobs. You may not have lives as good as your parents did, but at least you can have some cool apparel while you spend the rest of your life paying off loans. And for all the parents who can't afford to retire and are taking up all the jobs those young people need, get a cool t-shirt to distract you from the fact that you may not ever be able to retire. And while you're at it, get a shirt for your adult child that has moved back home. Were you a loyal worker for your company only to wind up being laid off? Then we've got some Capitalism Apparel for you. It won't replace your job, but it'll make you look stylish while you keep looking for a new one. Maybe you're a grandparent, and you think that capitalism will mean difficult and unpleasant lives for your grandchildren, and that profit-driven pollution will pretty much destroy the planet they're going to inherit. Hey, turn that wrinkly frown upside down with one of our senior citizen t-shirts, which are basically the same as the rest. Capitalism Apparel may not be able to stop the earth from heating up, but it's guaranteed to keep you looking cool. Or maybe you don't fall under any of these headings, and you're just an average person who thinks that the banks and the financiers and the wealthy profit from the labor and debt and distress of everyone else. Well, that's just silly. But if that's how you feel, Capitalism Apparel can help you vent your anger without having an aneurysm. Which is good, because with private health insurance companies still in business these days, most of you probably can't afford a trip to the hospital. When you get one of our sleek new shirts, you might feel like a whole new person. Of course, since many Americans might not be considered sleek, we've also got extra large sizes, so you can be extra large and in charge. Of course, you won't actually be in charge, since most aspects of your life in democracy will still be controlled by your boss, rich people, giant corporations, or politicians that are bought and paid for. But at least you have the freedom to choose what to wear. And isn't the illusion of freedom so much more satisfying than the real thing? So call now to get your Capitalism Apparel today. And by call now, I mean go to our website, capitalismapparel.com, because who the hell orders over the phone anymore? All items are a special limited edition, so get yours today before we run out. Although if we sell a bunch, we'll probably just get more. Call now!